Good afternoon. Today I'm going to show you guys how to do a whip braid. I got a request for this, so I'm going to try to make a video on it. I don't usually do this standing at a table. I usually sit to do this because I do it on this dowel rod and it's just easier to sit down and work it down. So bear with me. I'm going to try and do it like this. So you need a dowel rod. That's the easiest way for me, and I've got a couple of little rubber bands here. And then I've got 2 ribbons that I cut at 48 inches. I tried not to make it too long. You could use 4 ribbons and cut them at the same length. Like I said, I'm just doing these at 48 and I'm doing 2 of them because I'm going to do them like this. And then I'm going to put them on the dowel rod on the top like this. So I want to take 2 down like this, covering those sides, and then I want to do the other one coming down like this. And don't worry about this up here, it's just a big mess. Just smush that all up. I end up cutting that off at the end, so don't worry about it. Like I said, you can use 4 and then do your rubber band. I just prefer it this way. Okay, now I'm gonna have to straighten these out a little bit. This is kind of a pain, this braid. I haven't found an easier way to do it, but this is just the way that works for me. And like I said, it is a little bit of a pain to get started. Okay, so as you see, they're just coming off each end. I like to think of it as like north, south, east, and west. So what I'm gonna do to start out, if you guys can see it, is I'm just gonna cross one over the other like so. And I've got some clips if you need to hold them in place. I got another one, hold on. Okay, so I go to the other 2 that are left and I want to cross them over each other. And then I'm going to turn it to the side that's not crossed. So I'll just cross these 2 over each other, flip it over, and cross those 2 over each other. And it can be really difficult to get started because it can get confusing on which ribbons go with what. So that's another reason to use these clips. If you see, then I know which side is next. So I know. And another guide is you don't want the same colors going over each other. So I do have to mess with it a little bit at first to get going. Okay, so I know the black is going to go under the silver because the black is on top there. And that's kind of another guide to go by. So I messed up somewhere because this silver needs to go under that one. And as you can tell, it's been a few months since I made one too, so bear with me. Okay, see, there we're getting the pattern that we want. I just need to make sure that I'm doing the same thing over here. You want to keep tightening them up, like pulling on them. And that's when you'll start to see the pattern. You want that diamond pattern. So I'm going to go black over silver on that one. So it's black, silver, black. And turn it over on this side, another. So there we've got black, silver, black. And I'm going to do silver over black. And like I said, keep pulling those because it will keep your pattern showing. Now I know on this one I need to do black under. Hope you guys can see that pattern forming. One of the tips I can give you is just to keep pulling these ribbons and make sure you've got that diamond shape going. And when I get to the end, when I pull it off this, it'll be kind of loose and I'll have to tighten them up some more. black over the silver. And I usually hold this between my knees and sit and do it. That way this is stable, and then I can just use my hands to pull it tight. So that's another reason why I'm having a little bit difficulty. But I hope that I'm showing you guys at least the basics so you can sit down and play with it. It took me a few times to get it down. I wanted to give up a few times. But if you'll just remember to keep the pattern, make sure you're making diamond shapes and that you're just, see, I've got silver, 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 black, black, black. So I know I'm doing it right. You'll just keep turning it and make sure that you are constantly doing the right pattern. You're gonna keep pulling them like this. Okay. So I want that black to go over the silver. And I want that silver and then black goes under that silver. There we go. I hope those colors are showing up good. I thought maybe the silver would show up really good on camera. Okay, so that black is going to go over. That black goes over and under this one. Just a little bit further and I'll take it off and show you how to tighten it up. Over and under this black one. You see it just constantly wants to get loose. So you have to keep pulling it to make sure you've got it going. And turning it over. It's not that it takes very long, it's just a pain in the butt. There may be easier ways to do this. This is just the way I learned, and it's the only way I can really get the circular shape going. See that black is underneath, so this black needs to go on top, like that. Turn it over this way. That black goes on top, but it'll go underneath this silver. I usually have 3 ribbons on one side and 1 on the other side. So I just need to turn it over. So I'm doing silver and then black. And that black is going to go under that silver. Nope, I'm sorry, it goes on top, like that. Forgive me, this is not easy to do like this, and I'm trying to keep it turned so you guys can see it. So I don't usually make them like this. I apologize again. I know it's not a great video, but I hope that it's enough that you guys can see it and figure it out. I'm going to clip these off at the end so I don't lose the shape. Now I'm just going to pull that off. Now look how loose that is. That's not what we're looking for. So what I do is just start pulling these, and I keep them clipped. So if you just slowly pull them, and as you can see, my braid is getting shorter. But that's okay. That's what happens. Just gotta keep pulling them. I'm getting that shape. cut off the top, and I'm going to pull those too because it'll be easier that way. And that's, you know, why you don't have to do it that way. You can do it however you want. You can do four different ribbons if you want. That's just the way I do it, unless I want to do more than two colors. So I'm just going to keep pulling those ends, but holding it in place because I do not want to lose. I don't want it to come unraveled. Let's see, this is part of what I'm talking about that is kind of a pain because you've just got to keep working with it. It does get easier after you've done them a few times, and after or during the season when I'm making a bunch of them, I can do it really quickly, but it has been several months since I've made one of these, and I do have to kind of practice a little bit. Now I'm just going to try to finish this off more. Just going to continue the braids. Try not to let it unravel. Just one over another, if you can see that. That black is going to go under that silver. So you're just still constantly, I try to work it down as far as I can because I want to get a long braid. So that black goes under that silver. And then this black will go on top of that silver. Flip it over. That black goes on top. Clip these off again and tighten it. So I can make a much longer braid. It's just, I just got to keep working it, messing with it. Do you see, once you get where you want it, you can make it really tight. It's exactly what you want right there. And I can keep working it a little bit longer. I'm getting a couple more inches from it. This one is about, it's not quite 12 inches. So I could use this on a peewee. I could keep going. I could probably use it on an 18-inch one by the time I'm done. And again, I made the ribbons. If you're using 4, I did 24 inches long. So of course, if you're wanting, you know, a 24-inch braid, you probably better double that. Okay guys, I hope this helped you out. When you get to your stopping point, just staple that and staple it up here. And then you can put a bow, a trinket, whatever, just trim it off and put whatever embellishment you want on there, feathers, tinsel, whatever you want. I love to use tinsel, so you've probably seen that if you've looked at my Pinterest pictures. And let me show you what I do really quick. I just take Christmas tinsel, take a little chunk of it, kind of separate it just a little bit if you can, cut through there. You just want a little pom-pom there, fold it over when you make that little pom-pom, and you'll just staple that to the bottom so it'll look like that. It is super cute. Thanks guys, bye.